Here's a fact for you. This week we're taking a look at Chuck Norris's Karate Kommandos on the Why Is This a Cartoon Cast? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Why Is This a Cartoon Cast. It's the only show on the internet where we take a look at animated adaptations and ask the essential question, hey, why is it a cartoon? I'm your host, Joey. Joining me is Tim.
Yo.
And Chris.
What?
Like we said, this week we're taking a look at the Chuck Norris Karate Kommandos. So excited because it just gives us an excuse to fucking drop Chuck Norris jokes all day. You remember those things that were popular in 2007?
Do I ever? Yep.
Did you guys have a Chuck Norris fact t-shirt?
No, but I think I definitely remember the posters.
Those were so prevalent in middle school.
You know, when Chuck Norris was born, he drove his mother home from the hospital.
Here we go. Chuck Norris is Chuck Norris.
Played by Chuck Norris in Chuck Norris's Karate Kommandos, starring Chuck Norris, voiced by Chuck Norris.
And all action by Chuck Norris.
Does anybody have the Wikipedia information for this show?
I have Chuck Norris jokes.
It was 86. It had 5 episodes.
It only had 5 episodes?
5 episodes. It was like I don't know if it was like a VHS tape or just like, I didn't really go dig too deep on this.
Chuck Norris Karate Kommandos is an American animated series that originally aired in 1986 as a syndicated 5-episode miniseries. Oh, okay. It's created by and starred Chuck Norris as himself, obviously. It occasionally aired on Boomerang and Adult Swim.
Oh, perfect place for that.
Oh, yeah.
Did Chuck Norris voice himself?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. And he did an excellent job.
Yep.
Absolutely excellent.
He's not listed in the voices of.
Oh, he did it, though.
Because he doesn't need
to
be
voiced
listed.
by himself. Yeah, so should we just... only 5 episodes. That's crazy.
5 episodes. That's it.
But it wasn't a canceled thing. It was a standalone...
Yeah.
Yeah, he decided there was going to be 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris tells you how long his cartoon's going to run.
I'll let you know when I defeat the Claw.
The Claw and cut rate
We'll
fucking
get there.
Super Ninja Cobra Commander.
We'll
yes.
get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
This fucking sucked.
It was terrible.
This was such watered down G.I. Joe nonsense.
It was. I was watching this show. I was so out of it. It's like I had I was zero interested in this show. Sorry, Chuck. Don't hurt me.
Yeah,
I like my teeth
Chuck
really
Norris
hard.
ever stumbles across this, we're screwed.
Yeah.
He already knows.
It's okay. Chuck
We haven't
Norris,
even
Invasion
posted on the
USA,
internet, and he
number
already
1.
knows.
Yeah. Chuck Norris, number 1.
One more thing.
One more thing.
What?
Oh,
Goddamn, pal. Why keep bringing that up, Columbo? Goddamn.
Drop Chuck Norris on that stack of dimes. He calls a knack.
Oh, my God.
Do I have to open a can of whoop ass on you? Huh? What?
Yo, don't talk shit on Chuck Norris, because, you know, Chuck Norris can pick oranges from an apple tree and make you the best damn lemonade you ever had.
These jokes are so corny, but they're so fucking great.
So good.
Oh my God.
Like Chuck Norris can hear sign language?
Oh, it's...
I'm bringing back up the Chuck Norris jokes.
Yeah. Chuck Norris knows Victoria's Secret.
Chuck Norris can set ants on fire with a magnifying glass at night.
Right? Chuck Norris once beat the sun at a staring contest. Did you know he can speak French in Russian?
What the fuck?
You know,
been a
we're
while
just
since I
not
heard
even going to
these.
get to the cartoon at all, are we?
If at first you don't succeed, you're not Chuck Norris. Let's get into it before we ruin this entire episode. We already have 10 minutes of us just saying Chuck Norris jokes,
Yeah.
which I'll cut in somewhere. But
Yeah, you're just going to leave them right at the beginning, and you know it.
no, I won't do that. So we watched the Daily Motion upload of this,
Yeah.
and when it starts with
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris is...
Chuck Norris
is
Chuck Norris. I thought it was like a commercial spliced
Yeah.
on in the beginning.
No,
of it.
that was the intro.
This is the
Yeah,
intro.
like that's how they.
Chuck Norris it plays Chuck Norris,
Let
who's
me
voiced
throw
by
in
Chuck
a little
Norris and
snippet
Chuck
of
Norris.
it right here.
Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris, man of action. Chuck Norris stars in Chuck Norris Karate Kommandos. Chuck Norris, he's got nerves of steel and strength to match. his team, Pepper.
It's too dangerous, Chuck. Wow.
Too much.
Too much.
Chemo, the samurai warrior. Reed, Chuck's teenage apprentice. Tabe, the sumo champion. With Chuck Norris, they battle the sinister forces of the Claw.
Remember this.
And the ruthless Super Ninja.
I'll finish Norris!
Chuck Norris stars in Chuck Norris Karate Commandos.
Yeah, so that's what we watched.
Yeah, 'cause you're really gonna cut that in.
I remember.
All right.
I remember seeing that intro like when
You
these
have
Chuck Norris
little
shows were
faith.
popular. So
Wait, say it again.
I remember watching this intro when the Chuck Norris jokes were popular, and even then I thought it was ridiculous. And then watching it now, I thought it's
The cartoon went like viral.
Chuck Norris is Chuck Norris is Chuck Norris stars as Chuck Norris.
Yeah, how many times did they say Chuck Norris in this?
We
intro?
should have
the Chuck
we
Norris-
should have did a Chuck Norris counter for this fucking show.
Yeah.
Or a drinking game.
Or oh my god, you would have been so fucking drunk if you did a drinking game for this fucking show.
Every time he changes his outfit, take a drink.
Oh god, that would have been terrible. You would have been so fucking hammered.
I want to stick with this intro for a few minutes because after he gets to the Chuck Norris, it rattles off his team.
Yeah. Of
And
random people I didn't remember.
The ramp up of how bizarre these people were, like,
What do you mean?
stopped me in my tracks because it's like, with his noble team, Pepper, just a regular guy. Too much. I'm a racist stereotype.
Yeah.
And Chemo, the samurai warrior.
Yes.
It's like normal guy, kind of normal but kind of weird guy, and then a fucking samurai.
Well, don't forget the sumo wrestler.
Yes, there's also the sumo wrestler.
This was absolutely ridiculous.
This is terrible.
What is this team?
I don't know. I hated the team so much. I didn't even bother to remember their names.
That's such a weird dynamic.
You know what, though? The excuse of it was the 80s comes out?
I want to dive deeper into this too much character because it's Short Round from Temple of Doom.
Oh, my fucking God.
Oh yeah.
Temple of Doom was out by now, right? 86?
Yeah. So Temple of Doom was 84.
Yeah.
Every time he said something, I couldn't help myself. I just blurted out, "Shut the fuck up, kid. You're a dick."
Listen, they introduced this character in the intro. They say his name is Too Much. He doesn't have a normal name. They just call him Too Much. He does not say Too Much at all in this episode.
No, he doesn't, actually.
What? I thought it was going to be like, Too Much. I thought he was going to say it a fucking million times. He was going to be the Scrappy Doo. He did not say it once. It was so weird.
And he actually kicked somebody.
Why do they call him that? And then there's Chemo, the samurai warrior. Stupid.
What was the name of the sumo wrestler? Anybody remember?
I don't remember.
Fat.
Fatty Fat.
I don't know, but they
Fatty 2x4.
Hightower.
No.
House. No, it's House.
House.
It was like the same character model, except
So that's-
Japanese.
That's what we're gonna call him.
They found the light crayon instead of the brown one.
Yeah.
Which means they stole Fat Albert yet again.
How does this episode even start? They're just on the water?
Oh, it's the Deadly Dolphins. Or,
Yes,
Oh
the
my
name of this
God.
episode is the Deadly Dolphins.
Which, by the way, I would've
AKA
pointed- if you're expecting some bloodthirsty dolphins in this episode, prepare to be disappointed.
No, we haven't gotten to the Deadly Dolphins yet because it starts with a live action segment
Oh,
starring
yes.
Yeah.
Chuck the Man
The
Norris.
best part of the show.
He's in his gym, doing what he does.
In a
Working
r-
on that
in a red
Bowflex
gi.
machine that he sells
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. Getting the idea for it while he's working out.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris style.
If only I had a resistance trainer.
He drops some motivational advice, and then we get into the episode.
As soon as he said Deadly Dolphins, I shouted out loud, "Good fucking Christ!" What are we getting? Why am I? Why?
The
My
Deadly
roommate's
Dolphins.
sitting behind me, and he's talking. He goes, the Deadly Dolphins. She goes, "What the living fuck are you watching?" I said, "I don't know."
It's
The Deadly
garbage.
Dolphins, a.k.a. Chuck Norris versus Dan Marino.
Laces out, bitch.
Chuck Norris versus the 1972 Miami Dolphins. Bob Greasy, Larry Zonka, Chuck Norris.
Fucking
damn.
Christ.
Love it.
You're in the wrong field of business.
If the Harlem Globetrotters got a cartoon, the 1972 Miami Dolphins should have got a cartoon.
They had to solve crimes with Snowflake. That's not Snowflake.
Go get him, Zonka! Larry Zonka. Right up there with Nicholas Pietrasanti. But we digress.
I was so hoping.
It starts off with Chuck and the gang, and they're on the water.
Yep.
At like a dolphin research.
Do you think,
Yeah,
by the way, it wouldn't have taken him as long to figure out that Einhorn was Finkel and Finkel was Einhorn?
Einhorn is a man.
I'll touch myself.
Oh, the crying game.
Oh my God.
I've never seen the Ace Ventura movies. Only the cartoon.
Fucking
What?
liar.
Only the cartoon.
You need to watch. It's one of those few where the sequel was definitely lower budget than the original, but somehow was just as good.
I never got into the Jim Carrey.
I'm glad they never made a third one.
I didn't watch Dumb and Dumber.
Oh my
or
God.
fucking
Dumb and Dumber has one
The
of
Mask.
greatest-
I never saw The Mask.
See, this is why we need a side podcast because Joey doesn't put enough work into this one.
Top 5 Jim Carrey movies. Go.
Definitely, probably Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura, The Mask, Liar Liar. I'll probably put Cable Guy up there. That run he had in the 90s was just great.
Yeah, it was really good. I would definitely put Ace Ventura first, followed by The Mask, which was a good time. Oh God, Liar Liar. Oh God.
Man on the Moon was good too. That was
I did enjoy Man on the Moon.
Man
That
on the
was
Moon
a
is
really
good.
It was a good biopic.
That might be better than Cable Guy.
Oddly enough, what was that movie with the theater? The
Phantom of the Megaplex.
No.
The Disney Channel original movie starring Mickey Rooney.
No, The Majestic.
I never saw The Majestic.
Majestic was it wasn't a silly Jim Carrey role, of course.
No,
it wasn't. And I am a total liar because Ace Ventura is not my top Jim Carrey.
Are you
movie.
a total liar?
No.
I can't lie.
And that's the ball game.
The two best Jim Carrey movies are not comedies. The two best Jim Carrey movies are The Truman Show, followed closely by Eternal Sunshine on a Spotless Mind. They are my two absolute favorite Jim Carrey movies. Wasn't he also in 23?
He was in
23 was dumb.
It was not dumb.
23 was dumb.
You're dumb.
The number
you're gonna tell me next
something.
Next thing you're going to tell me you didn't like Room 1408 either.
I did not watch Room 1408.
That didn't have Jim Carrey in it. It had
I don't acknowledge John
Cusack
Cusack unless I'm watching High Fidelity.
What about Joan Cusack?
Love Joan Cusack.
I liked her in, what is that movie with Robin Williams?
Joan Cusack. Yeah,
she was in The Toy. She was his sister.
Toys, yeah.
It was a Toy?
No,
Toys.
The Toy has Richard
Toys.
Pryor. The Toy is Richard Pryor. Toys. That movie was an excellent Robin Williams movie.
It was. It was a little whacked. I remember that being
Never
really
seen
whacked.
Toys.
Like
as
the
a
music
kid.
video part of it. I always loved that.
Oh, yeah, that part was fucking great.
We are not talking about that. We are talking about Chuck Norris Karate Commandos.
What?
AKA watered down G.I. Joe.
Really watered down G.I. Joe.
Very
They didn't even have they didn't even have all the vehicles G.I. Joe did, or that the Swamp Thing crew had.
But this show did have toys.
It did have toys.
It had Chuck Norris toys.
I
do. There is a
I
Chuck
would love
Norris
to get a
action
Chuck
figure
Norris
somewhere in
action
the
And
shop.
much
figure to
like
put in
real
my
Chuck
cubicle.
Norris, they were choking hazards. I'm so sorry right now. Anyway. Let's keep going.
So
They're on the boat.
G.I. Joe ripoff bad guys I wrote down.
Dude,
some type of submarine.
literal G.I. Joe ripoff.
Like,
Seriously.
dude, Super
It's
Ninja.
Cobra Commander with a wig.
Yep.
And, like, they cut the eye holes out, too.
It is.
Oh, no, original Cobra Kai had the eye holes cut out.
If you've never seen Chuck Norris Karate Commandos, the bad guy is literally, not speaking hyperbolically, literally Cobra Commander
Purple.
wearing a black wig.
Like an afro wig at that.
And that leads
Was it an
me.
afro wig?
Something like that.
That leads me to this question. It wasn't an afro. It was like.
Was it down?
Yeah.
Why do I keep
It was
thinking
like
an
it was
afro
kind of
wig?
like your hair almost, but black. But
Not as fabulous as my hair.
that leads me to the question: top five wigs in film or television.
Marsha's wig? Not Marsha's wig. Jan's wig from the Brady Bunch movie. That big giant afro one.
Oh my god.
Good times.
Okay.
Good times.
I can't think of any.
Hook's
right
wig.
now. Hooks from Police Academy?
No, Hook's wig from Hook.
Oh,
Captain
Hook.
Hook's wig. Remember when they took it off and Dustin Hoffman was all
okay.
old underneath?
All
Like
right.
that was a pretty fantastic wig.
I've got Maury from Goodfellas.
Ooh, yeah,
Maury's
yeah.
wigs. Maury's
Oh.
wigs don't come off. Jumps in the water. And then fucking Robert De Niro chokes him out with the phone cable. You got the money for this commercial, huh? Goodfellas. When's the Goodfellas podcast coming?
Well, I have my pitch for the day.
What?
What?
You already pitched the show, kid. What are you doing?
Now I have to put the Jackie Chan episode first.
Are we ever going to let them in on the fact that we usually record 2 episodes at a time?
We usually record 2 episodes at a time.
We shouldn't tell them that, though.
What?
Ignore that.
Yeah, so if the Cobra Commander ripoff wasn't enough of a ripoff, the other big bad is the Claw.
The Claw.
The Claw.
Not
Holy
quite Dr.
fucking
Claw.
Where have we seen that before?
you, Gadget.
I'll get you, Gadget, as I stroke my white kitten.
Dude, let's face it, though. Dr. Claw from
Did
Inspector
Inspector Gadget start as a cartoon?
Yes.
Like, that's where that started? So we can't
It's
do
anime.
that show then.
It's technically anime.
It's Japanese?
Yes, it is.
That makes me not like it anymore.
You're a fuckface. Like you're telling me I'm stupid because I like Mobile Suit Gundam.
That's not why you're stupid.
I'm stupid because my mother dropped me on my head when I was little. That's not true. I never landed on my head.
Can we get back to the rundown of this episode?
So the Doctor gets captured by the Claw.
The Claw!
Send out the Kommandos. Just to remind you, if you decide to have a different idea about failure,
I thought the lady
Crush.
kidnapped him.
Yeah, Angelfish.
Angelfish.
Yeah, she's
She
part
can
of
be
the
hot.
Claw.
She has to succeed.
Most
Face the
normal-looking
Claw.
80s cartoon villain ever, by the way. She's just a chick with white hair and a purple trench coat.
Yep.
So generic.
Very
Like,
generic.
you think they would have given her a fish theme at the very least?
Wait, we need to talk about the shirtless ninja.
Oh, my God. What the fuck?
What
you
was
know
his
who I
name?
thought of?
Super Ninja?
No.
Oh,
Super
was
Ninja was
Humongo.
Cobra Commander?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was at the end.
Yeah,
Super
he
Ninja.
reminded me of the dude from Mad Max.
Oh, my God.
Just walk away.
Walk away. We'll spare your lives.
No, you know who he reminded me more than Humongous or Lord Humongous?
Lord Humongous. No. Because I'm
'Cause he looks more
inserting
like-
that. I'm inserting the Lord Humongous right here.
There has been too much violence, too much pain. None here without sin. But I have an honorable compromise. Just walk away. Give me the pump, the oil, the gasoline, and the whole compound, and I spare you lives. Just walk away. I will give you safe passage in the wasteland. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror.
Well, why don't you, now that you've inserted Lord Humongous, you need to insert who he actually looked like. He looked like Blaster from Master Blaster. You know, from Beyond
the
Thunderdome?
Nintendo game?
No, from Beyond Thunderdome.
I didn't
Master
watch
Blaster.
Beyond Thunderdome.
But it's got, what's her name in it?
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Who run Buttertown? And she's all like, Master Blaster.
They give you safe passage through the desert. Spare your lives. Did you guys ever see that episode of South Park? where-
Yes. Didn't everybody end up doing that in that episode?
Yeah.
That was fucking
That's all I
great.
think of. Don't walk away.
Just walk away.
Although I liked the episode
Leave
of
your
South Park
fuel.
with all the Banes on it too.
Oh,
hello, Mr. UPS guy. So, I love South Park. And I love the hashtag cancel South Park in the latest season that they're showing underneath the credits.
I'm so excited to watch the Lord Humongous clip in order to put it
I
in this
really hope
episode.
you actually do put it in this one.
I'm doing it.
Yeah,
I'm stepping up
because
my game. I'm throwing the gauntlet out to myself, so I'll pick up the gauntlet that I just threw, and I will insert the clips.
I know it's Joe.
Just
listen,
walk away.
on a serious note, I understand it is difficult. He does all the editing.
I've already got it in my head how I'm gonna do it, so it's gonna be streamlined. Streamline your back office processes.
You know what you could do?
Sorry to say it work.
There's a video on it.
Fucking mean people who
Buy
hate me.
you can buy a cheap keyboard and actually assign macros to all the keys, like to every key. So
I'm
you
not
could
putting any more money into this podcast.
you could buy a $5 Chinesium keyboard.
No.
I'll buy you a $5 Chinesium.
No, you
keyboard.
won't. You'll buy a fucking model Gundam, you stupid asshole.
You're right. I will buy a gun.
Let's get back to the episode.
Yeah,
The shirtless ninja.
shirtless ninja Lord Humongous.
Still wears a mask, but he's a shirtless ninja.
He's very awkward and lumpy looking. Like, what's with all the knives on him? What's with all the
Yeah.
weapons in the show in general?
Yeah, there were some goofy weapons
And like,
in the show.
like the guns. The guns were the Super Nintendo blasters. The ones that was like the bazooka and the pistol and all the other things.
Oh, yeah.
That's what their guns looked like. The Super Nintendo blaster. It was retarded.
Speaking of the guns, every bad guy on the show had stormtrooper aim.
yeah.
Yes, they did.
Because there's a scene where right after the doctor gets kidnapped, they start shooting at our heroes, and it's like they're right there.
They're coming at them in a straight fucking line. The easiest target to ever hit is one coming straight at you on a straight.
It's almost as bad as Star Wars. It's like, I know some maneuvers. Yeah, they're listing to the left.
That's your maneuver. You're listing slightly to the left.
Oh, and if you hadn't figured it out already, the obese Japanese fellow is the comic relief of this show.
Oh, yes, he is, because, I smoke food.
There isn't really a scrappy do on this show, but the obese guy he's the one that's like...
I like his weapons, by the way. It's literally a pair of cymbals to crash between people's heads between.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
At least it's not something racist.
Yeah, that's true. Or the coat rack that Chuck Norris carries around on his back.
Here's a line for the episode. Spray him, Pepper!
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Yo, okay, so when they get up on the beach in the boat, right?
Yeah.
Was it the samurai or was it the other guy that just runs up to the two guys with the guns and cuts the barrels off and then runs away? Like,
it's gotta be the samurai.
I guess it was the samurai. He cuts the barrels off the guns and he goes, cut off your barrels off your guns, and he runs away. I'm just like, that's all you're not gonna like cut their heads off?
It's Kimo, the samurai warrior.
Yeah. You're not going to like cut their heads off or disarm them or disable them somehow. You're just going to cut the ends of their guns off. They might have another gun.
Who's using the fans to attack?
That's who I'm talking about.
Is it the girl?
Yeah, so then she was the one that did it because she cut the gun.
She does the Mortal Kombat thing.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And then Short Round attacks somebody, I think. He kicks somebody at some point.
Oh, no. And then we get to Chuck Norris fighting, throwing down on a crane.
Oh, my God, yeah.
The crane part.
That was actually cool. That was cool, yeah.
That was actually cool.
Crane fight was
So,
rad.
at the very least, they made Chuck Norris cool. Well, they
had
had
to. I don't know else he would have roundhouse kicked them.
Why the hell did this show need like Chuck Norris and Friends? Why didn't that need that?
Yeah, well, he could have just been Chuck Norris.
Because he needs a group.
Maybe just like a little.
He needs people to talk to.
Listen, the man's blood type is AK-47. He taught MC Hammer the hard way that he could touch this. Okay?
Don't repeat stuff because I'm including all of that whole 10-minute spiel to be.
I don't think I'm not doing any repeats. All right.
You just did 2 repeats.
No, I didn't do the. We were giggling about before we were recording.
No, I was recording that whole time.
Were you really recording?
Yeah, I recorded all the Chuck Norris jokes.
Like the whole time we're giggling here before we even started.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
What?
Billy? Goddamn, pal! You didn't tell us you had the microphone on, man.
Yeah, you
what?
Fucking dick.
Okay, so Kimo, the samurai warrior.
Yeah.
Because he is Japanese, he must be wise and spit out wise sayings.
I've talked to actual Japanese people. Of them all, I think only one was ever wise.
It takes more.
One lit his balls on fire for giggles. Another one used to like to snort model glue.
Stop it. So, Kimo, the samurai warrior. He drops this hard life advice on the crew. It takes more than a pack of rats to bring down a tiger.
What the fuck does that even mean? I would have looked at it. If I was in that situation, I would have looked at it. That's exactly
what I have
said.
in my notes. Like, who is who in that analogy?
Yeah. I remember if I was there, if I was standing next to Chuck Norris as that dipshit said that, I would have been like, what the fuck does that even mean? What are you smoking right now?
Chris, where are we at in the episode?
I'm at the part where they're like on the boat.
I'm on a boat.
They're on the boat. Chuck Norris is dressed up as Sub-Zero for Mortal Kombat 3.
Oh my God! Like it was. Wait, are you talking about after they climbed up? After they swam over to? They had to
no. Before that, he's dressed like that. Before that.
Yeah.
And they
the
climb
only
up
thing
the
he's
side
missing
of
is
the boat.
the scar over his eye.
Yeah, they have to climb up the side of the boat with the magnets to actually make suction cup sounds.
Yep.
Pardon my sneezing. I'm so sorry.
And then
No. They climb up the boat and they take their breathing masks off and then they just drop them in the ocean. I guess we don't need these anymore. And then when they get back on the boat, Chuck Norris has changed his outfit again.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris changes his outfit like 10 times in the span of this 20 minutes.
Chuck Norris has to look good. Chuck Norris is Chuck Norris, stars in Chuck Norris as Chuck Norris.
In Chuck Norris's Karate Commandos with the voice of Chuck Norris.
Oh,
Right,
but as
Chuck
they're climbing up the side of the ship, the stormtroopers see them and start shooting at them.
Well, only one.
Yeah.
They threw.
And then we
Dude,
cut to commercial break.
No, wait. When he throws his little ropey thing and pulls the guy down in the water, the guy lands in the water.
Before that. Yeah, the guy leans over the side. He's like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna shoot at Chuck Norris and the sumo
This
wrestler."
is the same part I'm talking about.
No. But you're talking about after the part that I'm talking about because he starts to shoot at them, and then we cut the commercial break.
I don't remember the commercial break. Did I watch a different video?
It wasn't an actual commercial break. It just fades to black where they would put a commercial.
Oh.
When it comes back, Chuck Norris shoots his rope
This show is so bad.
Anyway, throws his rope up.
Chuck Norris jizzes up the ship.
Catches the guy, pulls him down in the water. Okay, so the guy falls all the way down the side of a tanker into the water.
Chuck Norris killed a guy.
No, he didn't kill him because he comes up out of the water and just looks up at them like, oh, well, I guess I'm screwed now.
Yeah, he would have drowned. He drowned eventually.
I'm only not going to crawl up the boat and let everybody know you're coming. Like, really? I hate when shows make sure you know that the person that just got thrown overboard is okay. We don't need to do that.
So Chuck Norris and the sumo wrestler are on the boat. Did you guys take notice of Chuck Norris's weapon?
Yeah, it's a coat rack.
No. He carries that staff around in case he finds the medallion that goes with it. So he can find the Temple of the Lost Ark. That's the thing for fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, my God.
His staff is the same staff Indiana Jones has.
No.
Just wait for the sun to set. Oh, it lights up the hidden city.
Do you think Chuck Norris melts Nazis?
Oh, probably.
Well, more
he
likely.
probably did that.
Probably with his farts.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris can eat those bad dates.
Oh my God.
So the thing I wrote down in my notes is like that fat sumo guy in the fucking kitchen. He has a kitchen fight scene, and then he smells the fried chicken.
He grabs the
Never
chicken
waste
like
food.
every
Eating a plate
single
of
cartoon.
fried chicken.
Oh, dude, but then he's a loud eater as he's walking down the fucking steps. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, come on.
And then doesn't Chuck Norris make a comment about his chewing? Like,
Yeah.
We're getting ahead of some things that I need to say.
Okay.
But it's such a cartoon trope that whenever there's a fat guy in the kitchen, he always just happens to find a giant turkey leg.
Yeah. And, like, somehow manages to eat just the meat off of it because there's not going to be a bump of gristle in the middle of that.
But before that, Chuck Norris and Sumo Guy are fighting some goons in the thing, and Chuck Norris totally does the Matrix 2 pole kick thing where he spins around the pole and kicks all those guys.
Yeah.
So Wachowski brothers, Wachowski siblings, we're on to you now. Then a sack of flour gets dropped on a guy.
Yeah.
And now we're at the... I just wanted to say that shit because I have it written down.
I have nothing written down.
Oh, these damn stormtroopers.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's
Like
so
they're
bad.
they're in like small corridors and they fucking can't hit these guys.
Like, did you ever want to, like, be a character on these shows, like, with your current abilities and realize, like, you'd be the ultimate villain because you would just fucking straight up shoot people? Like, I'd join Cobra Commander and, like, replace his entire army because I know how to aim. I'd just be able to walk up to the G.I. Joes and shoot them all in the fucking forehead because they couldn't hit me, much like the Cobra Commandos.
Well, if I could be any character on this show, I would want to be the lucky henchman who obviously found the marble in the oatmeal because he drinks from the fire hose.
Oh my God. You found the marble in the oatmeal. You got the drink from the fire
hose.
Holy shit.
I was so
A
excited.
UHF reference.
Yes.
Wow. Holy fuck. That just happened.
Supplies.
You're so stupid.
Oh, it's such a great movie.
Yeah, those guards are super easy to beat. Obviously because he's Chuck Norris, but like, come on. Present some sort of challenge. And then we cut to the B team, which is the girl, Mini Chuck Norris, and Kimo the Samurai Warrior.
This is rough.
Chemo, the radiation therapy warrior. To anybody who's going through that, I apologize sincerely.
It's all right. It's going to be cut out.
Use your Chuck Norris tears comment here.
It's interesting because when we get to the B team, instead of stormtroopers, we get ninjas.
Yeah. Like, why didn't they send the ninjas after Chuck Norris?
Oh, and there's a part in here where Mini Chuck Norris's speech is like muffled for some reason.
Yeah.
Did you guys pick up on that? But like nobody's obscuring his mouth. Like it's weird.
Is that kind of like when you watch the original Planet of the Apes movie and their mouths would open randomly?
You must stay away from the forbidden zone.
Like you'd be sitting there and like somebody'd be talking and their mouth wouldn't move, but somebody in the background's mouth would go boop boop, open and shut, and you'd be like, "What the fuck just happened?" Because the prosthetics kind of sucked.
We should be saving this for Planet of the Apes the animated series, but I just want to say it took me way too long to realize that movie was about like racism.
Really?
Way too. Yeah, like I first watched it when I was a kid, so you're not supposed to get it then, but like I was watching it like a year ago, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's an allegory." Oh, and then Kimo the Samurai Warrior, he's dropping some more wisdom. There's a time to fight and a time not to.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Worst wise man ever.
Once again, I see myself just like sitting in the cell next to him, looking up, and going, "Shut the fuck up."
Well, what do you want to do then? If do you want to fight or don't you want to fight?
Sometimes you need to lead the something or other into the something or other. I don't remember what the fuck he says. He says something stupid and nonsensical. And like, hey, and then he disappeared. Oh my god.
I think then we cut to Angelfish and Super Ninja.
Yeah.
And Super Ninja just looks so ridiculous.
As soon as they said his name, I was like,
shirtless
what
guy
the fuck?
with chest tattoos, and he's got bandoliers of knives.
No, that's not Super Ninja. That's just Big Ninja. Super Ninja is Purple Ninja.
Oh, Super Ninja's Cobra Commander?
Yeah.
I've got it mixed up. Okay.
Yeah, like the bandolier of weirdo carving knives. Like he looks like he's trying to sell them on
at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
You can get this 72-piece knife set. It's a $9,000 value. We're selling it for $38.37.
We gotta move. Now look at how good these ninja swords are. Oh, it got me. It got me.
You'll get the deer handle hunting knife, and we're going to throw in this 45-piece samurai set.
Do you like throwing stars? Everyone likes throwing stars.
I love Cutlery Corner.
Oh, my God.
I used to watch the shit out of that.
Honestly, I used to, too, because of it. And not only do you get the nickel-plated George Washington pocket knife set, we'll throw in Thomas Jefferson while we're at it.
What? What? Goddamn, Bill, I don't want none of your fucking Thomas Jefferson shit. What?
Call in now, and it'll give you a set of auto openers with real Teddy Roosevelt bone handles made from the skeleton of Teddy Roosevelt.
Listen, we need to get back to the show because Chuck Norris has changed his outfit yet again.
Well, that's because he can kill your imaginary friends.
He's like Michael Jackson or Madonna.
So Chuck Norris and sumo wrestler man are swimming, and they get to what is it? They're swimming underwater.
Yeah,
and they're like, "How do we get in?" There's a vent, like a giant pipe
that we're gonna. But there's metal detectors, so they need to come in via dolphin.
Yeah, which we forgot beforehand. Like that lady stole the whatever to create that giant tidal wave, and they wanted $1 billion.
I thought that hasn't happened.
I'm surprised Captain Murphy didn't stop them. Or Dr. Quinn.
The Claw wants $1 billion, so there's going to be a massive tidal wave to, I don't know, Honolulu.
Like, why didn't like Angelfish get into Sea Lab? Because the place they're trying to take over is Sea Lab.
Yeah.
So why didn't she get in there and instantly get stopped by Dr. Quinn or sent to the Queen Doppelpopulus by Captain Murphy?
Why didn't MC Chris show up out of nowhere? No,
Tell that to Queen Doppelpopulus.
We cut back to the B team, and Chuck Norris Jr. is in some ridiculous, like... The only way I can describe it is the Power Rangers movie, like the first movie.
Have you hugged your Zord today?
When they're in those weird...
With the emergency button that kicks Ivan Ooze in the balls.
No, stay with me.
I'm sorry, I'm getting out of here.
The first Power Rangers movie. When they go to, like, that temple, and they're in the weird, like, ninja outfits with the hoods.
Oh, okay.
That's what this kid is dressed as.
Yeah, weren't they all dressed in scuba suits, and all of a sudden they're in their bright, colorful Mortal Kombat clothes?
I don't know why there's
all over the place.
Like,
we've captured you. I'm sure there was a different
go ahead and
toy
change,
for
and then
each
we'll lock you
outfit
up.
change, and that was the logic behind it. But it was ridiculous.
At least there were no stupid vehicles, except that submarine was actually pretty cool. The bad guy submarine was pretty cool. The one that they launched the Kommandos from in the very beginning. It was actually.
Where did the fish in yellow vests show up?
Oh, talking about the dolphins?
Yeah. Dolphins are mammals, you dipshit.
Shut up.
They have to use the dolphins to get into whatever the fuck it is. So they
because they have to take off their scuba gear because they'll run out of breath before the pipe's over. So they have to swim faster. So dolphins are really fucking fast.
Yeah.
But she's like, oh, they're just fish wearing bomb vests apparently.
Yeah, they're wearing bright yellow vests.
Like what the fuck?
Like, yeah, this is normal.
Yeah, this is fine. Everything's fine. The whole house is burning down around you while you're drinking your coffee.
Oh. They see the dolphins going, and they're like, "Oh, it's just dolphins."
No,
not
it's just fish.
Yeah, not like that's not weird. They're wearing bright orange, yellow vests.
Yeah,
but harkens back to Star Wars. Like, what are we paying by the laser now?
Yeah, oh my god. Dude, villains are so fucking
We
stupid.
finally get inside. Chuck Norris and Sumo Man finally get inside. Chuck's obviously got a fucking new outfit.
Yep. Now he has the coat hanger on his back, the coat rack on his back. That he uses to, like, that weapon he was carrying looked like a fucking coat rack.
Is it not still the Indiana Jones staff?
It might be. All I know is that it looked like a coat rack.
All I know is he got a new outfit, and then this is when Super Ninja shows up, and Super Ninja gets his fucking shit pushed in.
Yep,
by Chuck Norris,
by
the
fucking
Chuck Norris machine.
Obviously, he stood no chance against Chuck Norris, but he got rocked. This was like not even a cool final fight. It was just
and he had the dumbest looking sword I've ever seen in my life too. It's got like 8 fucking sticky outy things on it. I'm just like, yeah, you're just a brightly colored plastic accessory, aren't you?
So Chuck Norris throws him in the water with the dolphins, and this is the line of the episode. Chuck Norris throws the guy in the ocean. Have a nice swim.
Oh my god. Yeah, they're like, oh, what happened to angelfish?
Chuck Norris practiced. Oh yeah, he threw angelfish in the water.
No, she was getting away. He kicked.
Oh, and that's where he says, "Have a nice swim."
No, because he kicks Super Ninja through the window. Then he goes, "Have a nice swim." Super Ninja goes down into the water and then shoots out the wave generator's barrel towards the surface.
Okay,
Yeah,
yep.
that's right.
I'm the one that didn't write anything down.
And then angelfish ends up in the water with the dolphins.
Yeah, because they come out and they all have that 80s laugh at the end of the episode.
Ha 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 ha.
Back to the have a nice swim line. Chuck Norris obviously was practicing too hard on his roundhouse kicks to be able to get some witty dialogue. So good comebacks. He didn't have time.
He didn't write his own dialogue.
He was too busy kicking people in the
Somebody
face.
got kicked in the back of the face because of that.
And after angelfish dives in the water with the dolphins, I had it in my head like, this does not hold up now that we know that dolphins are like rapists.
I was gonna say, I was sitting there watching her get bounced back and forth, like, yeah, bounce back and forth my ass. They're gonna rape the fuck out of her.
And if I could relate this to something we all
Which
know,
rape is not funny.
Well, nobody's saying that, but
Yeah,
there is
nobody's
the
saying it's
episode
funny.
of King of the Hill where Luann gets gets a job on the golf course.
Wait. It is now time for your King of the Hill moment of the week. Continue, Joe.
And this is the episode where Luann gets a job on the golf course, and she celebrates having her own income by getting her uncle a present. And instead of a nice golf trip, which is what he really wanted, she gets him a gift certificate for a dolphin encounter. So he's like, I'm not getting in the water with a dolphin. What? So he goes into the dolphin encounter, and he's like, oh, this is pretty cool. And he like feeds it a fish or whatever. And the dolphin trainer is so fucking weird because they write it in a way that they're like, oh, that guy wants to fuck a dolphin. So Hank is like rubbing its belly, and you see the red rocket show up. And then the dolphin like sexually assaults Hank, and that's what the episode's about. Anyway,
that was your King of
I'm
the Hill.
not done yet.
Oh, well. More to be continued.
The B story of this episode is Luann is getting sexually harassed by the golfers, voiced by
Chuck Norris?
Fry from Futurama.
Oh, Billy
West.
Billy West, yeah.
Yeah, the asshole golfer is voiced by Billy West, and Hank Hill does his Texas justice by throwing the bully in the dolphin tunnel, and then Hank Hill gets the dolphin aroused, so it attacks Billy West. So that's your King of the Hill moment of the week.
That was your King of the Hill moment of the week, folks.
King of the Hill moment of the week.
Did you guys hear that?
Did you hear that, Tim? Tomatoes.
So that's pretty much the end of the episode. Chuck leaves us off with a nice life lesson that I didn't write down.
The only line I remember is, "You'll be a winner.
Oh, don't give up. That was his whole thing. Don't give up.
Don't give up, and you'll be a winner."
We defeated Claw that time because we didn't give up. Even if you lose at a sports game and other such silly bullshit from the 80s. Even
Stay away from those creepy ass dolphins.
Even if you have bonitis, don't give up. My only regret is having bonitis.
The only final note I have is those live action segments were definitely filmed all at once.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, didn't see you there in my red karate outfit as I
Oh,
punched
I was
things.
just training. What's up?
chops the planet in half. Yeah.
So the question remains: did this deserve to be a cartoon?
Oh fuck no.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Sorry, Chuck.
Fuck no.
They should have just
fuck
Sergeant
it.
slaughtered Chuck Norris and made him a special character on G.I. Joe.
They fucking should have did that.
Yeah, he
Why
would have
can't
been a
they-
great G.I. Joe edition.
Yeah.
Defeated the entire forces of
Here's the
Cobra.
plot line. Here's the plot line.
Go for
I've
it.
got it. Okay. So G.I. Joe, he's fucking up. What's the Duke?
Duke.
Yeah, Duke.
Duke.
Or General Hawk.
He's fucking up. The Joes are losing missions to Cobra. And then Command is like, Duke, you're not up to the G.I. Joe. You're not cutting the mustard. We're bringing in a new guy. Chuck Norris. And Chuck Norris rolls up, and he starts leading the team. All the guys, except for some of them who are loyal to Duke. And then Duke's like, I'll get my job back. So then there's a situation where Chuck Norris is fighting Cobra, and then Chuck Norris fails. Even though he's infallible, he fails.
He fails on purpose.
And then Duke comes in to save the day, and then Chuck Norris is like, you're the real G.I. Joe leader. G.I. Joe.
Knowing is half the battle.
Cut to the PSA.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Remember, bike safety, kids. Always wear a helmet. Don't
No, he
smoke
never says
dope.
anything about don't smoke dogs.
Don't.
Nice play, El Blanco Nino. Too bad your ass got sacked.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Oh,
God,
shit,
yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
What?
Oh, hey, what's up, dog? Hey, kid. I'm a computer. Stop all the download.
Oh my god.
This is getting out of hand. So this did not deserve to be a cartoon, as fearful as we all are of Chuck Norris.
It is wrath.
Chuck Norris deserved better.
He
is
did.
what we're saying.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris could make a good cartoon. The Chuck Norris Karate Commandos is a shitty cartoon.
He needs an adult cartoon.
Like Mike Tyson.
Oh my god.
What?
Mike Tyson has a cartoon. on
Does
Adult
he?
Swim, yeah.
That's
He solves mysteries.
Oh God! Does he talk with a lisp too? That's ridiculous. Anyway, no. He needs like a cartoon, like a serious cartoon where like he literally kicks people's faces off and there's blood, guts, tits, and assholes everywhere.
Like Korgoth of Barbaria, but starring Chuck Norris.
God. Listen, Korgoth of Barbaria needed more than just a pilot episode. I'm sorry, that was amazing. Did you ever watch it, Chris?
No, I never watched that.
You need to
Yeah,
go
it
on
was an
YouTube
Adult
and search
Swim
it.
pilot by the guy who made Metalocalypse.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's
I would like that.
It's actually fucking amazing.
It's really cool.
It is. It's so over the top. It's not even funny.
Speaking of amazing, at the end of each episode, we like to give our own ideas for cartoons that would sort of fit in with the Saturday morning lineup, alongside shows like Chuck Norris's Karate Commandos. So, who wants to go first this week? Chris?
I have Steven Seagal's Kung Fu Fighting Friends.
Nice.
I could just imagine this show being so ridiculous, just as like Chuck Norris's show, but with Steven Seagal. Could you just imagine?
I just
this?
picture Steven Seagal pistol whipping people in a cartoon.
Oh my god!
Would he be
fucking
really
fantastic.
fat in that too?
Oh
The live action segments, he's
Yeah.
just all bloated.
yeah.
Oh.
Did he just do a lot of this?
Oh, hey.
Russia's
I'm
not
Steven
so
Seagal.
bad, guys.
I'm Steven Seagal. I'm best friends with Vladimir Putin.
Buy my bitcoins.
I wish we had videos so they could see my face as I do this too, because it is Steven Seagal. He's kind of like Marlon Brando, only without any talent. So, yeah, no, like you ever seen
Under Siege is amazing.
Lee
It's
Bad?
Die Hard on a boat.
It is.
You
Die
saw
Hard
what's
on
her
a
name's titties in that, didn't you?
What's her face?
Some girl.
The blonde one.
Yeah, she was in Playboy. I forget her name.
Yeah.
Erica something.
Oh no, you just see her in underwear and a skimpy outfit. You see her titties in Playboy.
No, you see her naked. In
Is she
Under
naked?
Siege.
in that
Yeah,
one
she
too?
pops out of the cake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, her titties were out in the cake. I just remember the scene. Like I just remember because I've never seen it on TV last, so they only showed her with like the captain's.
Oh,
gear,
okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Under Siege. Is,
Tommy Lee Jones is the bad guy. Come on.
isn't
Tommy Lee Jones
what's
is just
his
a good actor
face
in general.
In that too, Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi?
No, not Steve Buscemi.
Are you thinking
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey?
Oh, I think he is.
How am I doing today? Doing today, Gary Busey? You're doing great. Good. I'll keep it up. Oh my
I
God!
don't get that reference.
You never saw that scene from Family Guy? It's like, you know, I've been abandoned. She abandoned me. Like reality abandoned Gary Busey, and he's like. He's looking in the mirror, and it's like fucking Family Guy version of Gary Busey. So giant grin. He's like, "How am I doing today, Gary Busey?" And then it shows the mirror, and it's a clown with snakes for hair, looking back at him, going, "You're doing great, good. I'll keep it up."
All right, so Tim, what's your pitch?
I had it up until we had that segue, which kind of sucks. Why don't you pitch and then I'll pitch?
My pitch for this week is Fast and Furious, the animated series, and it's basically just Initial D for a wide audience.
Let's face it, Initial D was Initial D for a wide audience.
I kind of want to watch it.
It's really terrible. Honestly,
What?
God, let me tell you this: Initial D is a shitty anime. You know that? Like, it's really.
Aren't the racing scenes cool at least?
Not really.
Wow.
It's like the music's pretty all right.
Yeah, so Fast and Furious, the animated series. There's no like racing shows. Like there
was
some Hot
NASCAR
Wheel
racers.
NASCAR we will get to.
Are we actually gonna do that?
Yeah,
You're
it's
gonna
on
make
the
me
list.
fucking watch that
It's on
hot
the
pile
list.
of fucking
Oh, God.
garbage.
I'm
That
ready.
wretched.
But there
Tell you what. That wretched piece of shit.
there were some Hot Wheels cartoons and stuff, but there was never really like I think it could have worked. But yeah. So Tim, have you thought of anything in that 30 seconds?
That would fit alongside of all this. Well, how about
Just in general.
just in general? Okay. Well, how about Terminator the animated series? The Animated Adventures of Sarah Connor.
No, the animated adventure of John Connor.
Has to be kid based, so
Yeah.
you can do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
And it would be like the Godzilla cartoon.
only good.
What?
You guys liked that stupid Godzilla Dun, dun, dun,
Evolution.
Oh wait, you're talking about the newer Godzilla cartoon that was actually okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Early
that.
2000s.
I'm talking about the old one with Godzilla and Godzuki. You don't remember that?
No.
Oh, we're gonna have to watch both of them.
Oh, boy.
We're gonna have to do for that.
Godzilla episode.
We'll have to do a Godzilla episode. Yeah.
Oh man.
Godzilla says I should learn to not be so hard.
I'll send you
on
guys the links.
myself.
Like, can we do that as like a double entendre episode?
We can do that next.
Cool. I mean, we'll have to cut that out so the viewers don't know we're doing that next.
I need to cut in the clip of Minya, like Junior Godzilla. I'm gonna do that. Actually, we're at the end of the episode. I'm fucking not cutting in shit.
Yeah.
Suck my dick. So that's all we got for Chuck Norris's Karate Commandos. You can find us online on Facebook at WITA Cartoon. You can also email us at witacartooncast@gmail.com. And we're also on YouTube somewhere. We're on Spotify and Google Music.
We are. I actually listened to us on Spotify the other day.
There you go.
The fellow welder up in Berwick hates it.
Well, fuck him.
Yeah, well, he has a heart of spam.
So that's the end of the episode. That's the end of the episode.
What?
That's a lesser known song by
Stop it. Stop it.
Blondie.
Stop it. The plane has landed. That's it for this week's episode of the Wisest Cartoon Cast. I'm Joey.
I'm Tim.
I'm Chris. What?
And we'll catch you guys next time.